Okay.
Hey, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. What is going on, y'all? Look, so y'all know I was not going to not go get GIGi because let me tell you, GIGi is my spirit animal in the inside. My members, look, Chloe don't curse on this channel, right? But when I was watching it, girl, I was all up in my membership chat like this bitch. She done lost her effing mind. Like, oh no, I was going. Oh, they said, "Oh, she triggered you." I said, "Yeah, girl, I'm triggered." Oh my god! So I don't know how. How did you do it?
Girl, because I'm a nurse. That's how I just talk. That's how I talk to my patients.
Oh, she's a
All
patient.
the patients get the good morning. They always get that voice. You know what I mean? Like nobody, you the nurse. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it
So
when
you
I
look
was
at her
talking
like
to
one of your patients.
girl. Is like I looked at her like I could see that you in a mental space right now,
Hmm.
and I felt like I was gonna get further with her with just calm. You know what I mean? I
I
couldn't match that energy.
girl, you better than me. Because when she said like when she basically was like, you gonna be the punching bag for all the wives. I said, not she gonna be the punching bag for all the wives. You got all these wives in the chat.
Girl, you gotta look at it, right? We know she going through it. I just, every time I look at her, I just be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Yeah, my heart breaks for you because I know she broken hearted. I just, everybody. Listen, I said she was up that night because just like Alicia Keys said, you ever try sleeping with a broken heart? Well, you could try look, sleeping in my bed.
Okay.
It's true. Like when I looked at her, I just was like, girl, I know, child. You know what I mean? Just come on now. Let's
I
calm
really
down.
it just bothers me because like when I was watching it, I just really feel like I so my thing is I really feel like you can't get manipulated by nobody's husband. I feel like the man's married, it's public record, he has a ring, he lives with a wife, he has kids. Like how you go ahead and get manipulated by a married man? Girl, I was in the chat like tag me in.
And it's like what I was trying to explain to her was, okay, say you ain't know at the beginning. Like I don't know if you knew if you didn't know. But when the fact is when you found out you didn't stop, that's where the wrongness comes in.
Right.
You should know better. Like you're not supposed to do that. And it just seemed like she didn't want to accept that. She wanted it to be a justification for her actions. And it's just not. Like that's not what you're supposed to do. And that's how I was trying to talk to her. I was trying to explain it to her, but I don't know if it worked or if it didn't work.
No, it didn't work because, like, girl, let me tell you, I could tell when you started to get a little. You was about to go there because you was like, "All right, well, that's what a D do. That's what a D do." I said, "Exactly. That's what they do."
Exactly. If you're gonna be available to somebody, they're gonna use you, and that's just to the point. That's what a man gonna do. Like if that's what you're gonna allow, a man is only gonna treat you how you allow them to treat you. Because if he was really all that into you, when you put up the no, I'm not doing it, he would have stopped. But you didn't. That was what you allowed to do. And I mean, and I think her and that the girl, the other girl, she was like, yeah, I've been sitting on face. You know what I mean? It just was like, no, we're going in the wrong direction. I think she wasn't looking for understanding. She
Right.
wanted somebody to agree with her. She was looking for agreement.
Or she was looking for a fight.
So you can't match those energies, right?
Girl,
Like
I would give a
I'm
whole.
not gonna spend my will on you. You know what I mean? Like you. I mean, she was confusing me for a minute because she kept saying like she was talking to me as if I was Mel. Then I'm like I'm Gigi, and I'm thinking about my own husband. Like, wait a minute,
Like,
you.
you even like hold your husband accountable. I was like, DJ, you got something to tell us, girl?
Like, wait a minute, let me wake him up. You know.
Girl, I don't know. It was a spiral. Like I don't really watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I do a lot of relationship, a lot of reviews on marriage shows and stuff like that because that's just my thing, And I love love, so I just really feel like I just don't understand the mindset. And when what triggered me a lot too was that whole, you old bitter bees, and the concept in her mind that when you gotta be married, you gotta be old. I was
Or
like, girl,
bitter. And then everybody talking about she talking about, oh yeah, because 95% of men cheat. No, and that's what I was trying to say. Miss, I'm happy in my marriage. Like I'm happy. That's a good time to me. He's my best friend. Like we on that level together. I don't know what this lady was talking about. Like, and I was trying to bring her back. I didn't, and I really didn't realize how drunk she was until I watched it the next day and her screaming in the phone like
she
that.
was like, that's what we like, Gigi. Gigi, girl, wake up. She is yelling at you.
But you see, look, you can't. The witches call me all those type of bees. You can't. I would have to know you in order for you to offend me. You know what I mean?
You got her though with that, because you was
I
like,
did.
why you calling me a baby? She was like,
And that's what you gotta do when you have people that's outrageous and outright. Listen, you just come back. Okay, so why are you talking to me like that? Like, let's just determine what's going on. And it's like I called you because I wanted to, get to the bottom of X, Y, and Z. And she did, even in her drunk state. She did calm down. Yes, it's
she
calm.
definitely did. You had to bring her in because you was like, your JJ not popping like that. And I think that's when she was like, nope, we ending this right now.
Because I was trying to explain her different ways, and then at the end, I just was like, listen, I know you think that your vagina is what got you where you are. It wasn't that, honey. You were just available. Nothing more and nothing less. And it doesn't, and listen, and I was on my IG the other day and I said that doesn't mean that you don't have great sex. And it does not decrease your value. But if you allow a man to use you, he's going to use you.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Listen, girl, if you allow a man to use you, he going to use you.
Period.
And that's no more, and it don't take away from you. It doesn't, you can still be who you are. But she wasn't trying to hear that.
No, I really think that she feels like he was just in a relationship. I don't think she really understand that he was in a marriage, like
Yes.
wife.
At the depths of a marriage. The
Yeah.
depths of a marriage, yo. Like a woman, and we create humans. We create, okay? We build businesses, we build brands, we make sure the kids is good. We pay the, you know what I mean? Like he probably had to do nothing. Like Melanie was on top of everything. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying. You talking about sitting on his face. What's the last four of his social?
Period.
Like what's his happiness? What's his sadness? What's his greatest days? What's his darkest time? Like that's what a wife knows. You know what I mean? What's his cholesterol? You know what I mean? Like you talking about basic things. But let's talk about what really makes a marriage. Like it's really a union, and I don't think she understands the depths of what that is.
She can't. She can't because I don't need, even the word wife triggered her so bad. It's like every time somebody would say wife she was like, oh, I'm a wife. Because even the first lady who called up, she was like, I'm a wife. She was like, I don't care if you like me or not. I was like, girl.
She was on one. It was like, but the lady just said, I'm really like she wasn't trying to hear that. She was not trying to hear that. And you can't be mad at the wife. Listen, that man played with you. He played in your face. It's time to come on out of that. It's
Mhm.
and a good time. And you can't stay stuck in your mistake.
Right.
Apologize and move forward. But I mean, you got to be ready for that though. I don't think she's ready.
I mean, I feel like I think she may be ready to do it, but I think she has too much pride and ego. So
But
you could tell that she's hurting and inside. She knows she did wrong. She knows it was wrong, but because like the way everyone's going about it with her, her pride and her ego will not allow her to go, even apologize publicly, even just admit I was wrong. Period.
and keep it pushing. Like I said the same thing. You know what that ego is? That ego is truly a defense mechanism to protect her.
Mhm.
She gotta be like, because I was flying and he was, you know what I mean? It gotta be all like that for her because if you took that away,
Yep.
what do you have? A baby and you, and y'all staring at each other looking for the man.
Or he beating you up. Because that baby be beating her up.
Right? Like when you take all of that away, what are you left with?
Nothing.
Nothing. And that's hurtful, especially because you in your mind felt like you love something. You know what I mean? When a woman love you, a woman loves you,
Girl.
she'll do anything she can do for you because she love you. So when you think that your love, you exchange and hit sex for love, and that
Mm,
you already gave him the sex, and you wait
mhm,
for him to give you the love, but he ain't coming through with the love because he missed the love back there with his wife. So
mm.
now what you left with? So I gotta boss up. I gotta be untouchable because if I really look in the mirror, I'm gonna be hurt. And that's what she was. She couldn't fall asleep, so she got on live to talk to strangers, and then she asked for a wife. And I
You
couldn't sleep. I was like, "Well, what she talking about?" You know what I
did,
mean?
did you think that she was actually gonna pick you? Did you like request to join, or you was just like
Oh
add
no, no.
me?
I requested a joint and I was like, add me, I'm a Virgo. I kept because she loves saying that she a Virgo. So I was like, add me, I'm a Virgo. Add me, I'm a Virgo.
Are you a Virgo?
I'm really a Virgo.
Oh,
But
girl,
wait, I'm a September Virgo.
me
We a
too.
little different than the August Virgos. Are you an August Virgo or September?
September. September 18th. Okay.
Oh, my birthday's the 20th. We're 2 days apart.
Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yes. No, I was like, add me, child. I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. And I knew cause I don't think a lot of people she was looking specifically for a wife. And
Mm,
then I joined on there because I felt like, okay, I'm not too much older than her. I felt like maybe I could be more relatable just so she could come to an understanding.
yeah.
That's it. That was my only goal. I just want her to come to an understanding, but child.
Yeah, the comprehension skills wasn't comprehending. You said say fact, or you say yes or no, or fact or not. She went into a whole tangent. I said, "Girl can't follow instructions." She said say fact. Okay. She was like, I'm saying what I'm saying what I said, girl, we're gonna be here all night.
She was like, initially, girl, what you gonna do, child? If I could talk to her again, and listen, I always say I would hug that girl and be like, all right, come on now. It's time to come up out of that. You've been in there too long. You've been in denial too long. It's time to come on out. It's time to come out and move on with your life. It don't have to be all this.
It doesn't. It
It
doesn't.
doesn't.
When you heard when so before you got up there, did you have like a speech plan? Did you have like what you wanted to say planned, or you was just gonna go with the flow?
No, I was just gonna talk to her like I did. You know what I mean? I know that she wanted to get something off her chest. You know what I mean? Like she all night it seemed like she thought she was proving these points. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like she wanted to get that point out. So I felt like, all right, we're gonna go down this rabbit hole together. So let's get the point out. So then when we start talking, all right, because it's how you gotta do. This is what I do with my mental health patients. All right, so what's the problem? Because they're
mhm.
gonna give you a problem. It might not be accurate, but they're gonna give you a problem. All right, so this is the problem because you wives. All right, what about us? Well, y'all always judging. Okay, I'm not judging you.
Mhm.
Then you go on from there. And I just felt like, okay, if I could get her to the understanding that the issue is you don't take accountability. That's the issue. And then the first lady actually said that to her. But I think she needed an example.
Mhm.
Not taking accountability is when you say, I was young or I was sitting on his face, I was already in it and all this and that. That's not an acceptable excuse. And you shouldn't justify your actions. Just understand it and move forward.
Exactly. And I don't understand. I think she feel like it's okay to be young and dumb. Like it really like it's like, oh, it's okay for me to be young and dumb. I'm young and dumb. I was young and dumb. I was young and dumb. But like, sis, you not that young no more. Okay. And that's
No more, right? No, she definitely not that young no more. And listen, we need to come like she just want to stay in. She got to stay on that treadmill.
right.
But you getting tired.
Yeah.
It's time to come off the treadmill. You can't take care of your kids if you drink physically and emotionally and mentally. It's
That's
draining.
girl.
It's time to come on out that treadmill, child.
For real, she's missing out on her own blessings, trying to still hold on to this.
Girl. And not only that, but you could have been with a man that wanted to be with you. You missed out on a man that was going to take you with the flaw,
Okay.
running after somebody else.
Somebody else's man at that.
Girl, you done missed the man that was going to be like, babe. I like you like this. Like I like you just the way you are. You missing out on somebody who can actually love you the way you want to be loved, right?
Yeah.
It's not, and that's how I was trying to tell her. It ain't about him. It's about you and your decisions. Your
Right.
decisions is what led you here, not him. But it's easy to say him. It's easy to make Martell to blame. But when he told you he was married and you move forward, that was you. That wasn't him.
Right.
I
And
want you
that's
to
what I
know
think
it.
she wants. See, I think she still had this mindset where it's like she wants us to fight. She rather male or either just wives in general. Let's just generalize it. It's like she rather the women be mad at the man and not the person they're doing it with. But like I told my audience before, I told them, I said, listen, I'm a married woman. If I find out my husband cheating and she knows that he's married, she's getting beat up and he's getting beat up. Everybody's getting beat up together.
Everybody getting it. Line them up and shut them down.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, baby doll, let me tell you something. You knew. You become accountable once you know.
And that's what I said on my IG. She want to be the villain and the victim. You
Mm,
can't be both. You when you didn't know you was a victim, but when you found out you was a villain, and that's how we see you. We see you as a villain. We don't see you as a victim. And I think that she thought that she was going to come out here on Instagram and everybody was going to see her personality and America was going to fall in love, honey. And when it didn't happen, now she run on that treadmill. And I said, listen, where's her family at? Because that's what I was talking about when I said that's what I was talking about when I said I hope somebody validates you. Where's your mom at? Your mom needs to be here telling you good enough. You're
mm.
good enough. You don't have to run after this man. But child, where's the mother at? Come over. Put on. Everybody plays the fool. Sometimes, but 'cause that's all this is going on. You playing the fool in public.
In public. Girl, you should have known she wasn't going to be able to listen when she didn't understand what a two family household was. You knew we wasn't getting nowhere with that.
But
Okay.
you see how she tripped up over that? That showed you that it was already something going on in her life back then, right? Because she
Yeah.
must have seen something to make her think this was acceptable behavior. And
Mm.
she kept tripping over two-parent. Like,
Yeah.
so you didn't come from that.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a love child. You don't never know what people see growing
Oh,
up
Lord.
and the baggage they bring and the baggage they take with them. You don't know.
Mm.
Like maybe she is a love child. Maybe that's why she justify her actions.
You know what, GIGi girl? That's a good point. That is a good
It could be
point.
though, right? Because she kept
Yeah.
tripping up over that. She could be a love child, or she could have seen somebody with, you know what I mean? And that's why it don't seem foreign to her. This don't seem foreign to her because she stayed in it.
For 7 years and make more now, right?
It don't seem foreign. This seemed like a way of life. Maybe that's what she's seen.
Oh
And
wow.
now that's what she do. And it shows you take a lot of baggage with you, what you see growing up, what you hear growing up. It really does. People talk about childhood stuff, but it really does stay with you.
Hmm.
And maybe this is part of that. That's why I was trying to let her know this is wrong. It should be some value. You should have some moral. You know what I mean? Maybe she ain't got them, but listen, it's never too late to get some. You know what I mean? It's never too late. It ain't.
To go
It's
get some morals and vows.
it's not. Don't touch. Listen, my husband say two things. Don't touch what don't belong to you,
Mm.
and don't covet what your neighbor has. Don't do that. Don't try to. At the end of the day, you gotta control your desires.
Mm.
You gotta control your desires. I just think her desire was off.
I, I just so like is it. I want to feel bad for her karma because this is her karma coming back around for her. Like when you say I want to give her a hug, and I'm like, girl, no, girl, no.
You meet my friend in school, like, oh, let's go get her. And you like, stop it.
Cut it out. She knew better.
You would be like, oh, my little patient, come here. I'm a nurse. We got hug and love, and we nurse people back to health, and we just no,
Wow.
I can't
No,
do that.
no, because because we're not gonna make her think that it's okay. No, no, no. And when you
We're
come,
gonna correct her.
sometimes they may think that it's okay and that they're gonna get that treatment every time they do the same thing. So I think the harsh reality is good for her.
I do agree, and that's something I did talk about the other day. I said, correction is not judgment.
Mm,
You have to be able to correct without feeling like everybody judging you. And nobody judging you. We just correcting the behavior so you can stop doing it. So
right.
I do agree. I do agree. My
Yeah.
husband says I pacify the kids. He might be right. After talking to everybody, he may be, he may
Maybe.
be right.
Maybe. Some self-reflection.
He might be right.
Oh my gosh, girl. I'm really happy that you was able to get to, well, I'm not gonna say get to her, but at least try to get the message out. So if she tries to rewatch it or she sees the videos and she really listens to it and she hear it, and maybe she will understand that you're not coming from a malicious place of judgment and care like so many other people was. I think the right people got up at the right time, because baby, if they would have let me in, we would have shut down the whole internet. Okay. Or she would have just instantly dropped me immediately, like immediately, because I was on go. But so I'm really, really happy. And I also know that you had to like, you wanted to stay on a little bit longer as well so that she wouldn't drop you, because she did have the control to. You wanted to understand what you were trying to get, say basically.
Yeah.
Girl,
I'm trying to put it in a nice way. You know what I mean? Because if I match her energy, we ain't getting nowhere.
absolutely.
So, and another thing is, I don't like arguing. Like, I mean, I definitely turn up on somebody, but I don't like arguing. My big thing is, okay, what's the resolution? What's the solution? What's going to be the outcome?
Monique
Is
said,
there going to be an outcome?
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, is there going to be a solution between the two of us? And I couldn't even get to the resolution of it, but I mean, you just when you in situations like that, you can't be. Don't match people's energy.
Right.
You gonna spin your wheels, and you gonna feel drained.
Absolutely.
It was
Absolutely.
unnecessary. And I told you I was trying to do that night, although it did not work.
When you got off, when you got off, what did you say to yourself? What did you tell your husband? What did you drink? Like
I
what?
was like, first of all, when I got off, I called my best friend Kelly, and I'm like, oh my God. But she didn't answer. So I'm like, oh my God. So then I look at my Instagram, and it was all these messages from all these people. I had like 100 messages in my Instagram, and I tried to answer everyone. They were like, thank you for saying that to her. I mean, some of these Instagram messages were so sweet. Like, I really was like, oh my gosh, I really, really touched somebody. And I really wasn't even trying to do that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just was trying to let her know, like, the problem is,
Hmm.
you don't take accountability. So once I seen that, and then somebody was like, "Listen, the YouTubers are going to be reaching out to you." I'm like, "What?"
Because your spirit, first one, I will say this, your spirit is very calm and it's very inviting and it's very welcoming, and I think that's why so many people gravitated to what you were saying, because it was clear to understand, and you definitely were trying to make a point. It wasn't just having a conversation to have it. So when we see people like that who are able to articulate themselves in a manner where it's like, this girl makes perfect sense, Arionne, now how are you not understanding? The main goal is to apologize. Accountability, so I think a lot of people, really was like, I was like, that's right, Gigi, get her together. But you did it so nicely. I was like,
Because
oh,
it's never to degrade her.
child.
It's
Right.
always to bring you here and say, "I know that hurt. I
Yeah.
know that hurt. I know you loved him and he don't love you back. But
Mm,
listen, it didn't work out and let's move forward." But she was not trying to embrace that. She wanted to stay into,
yeah.
I was right and I loved him and I was in his face and he did this. He bought me this. He gave me these flowers. And it's just like, sis, but it was minimum.
Yeah.
That's whatever he gave you, he gave Melanie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can we see it from Melanie's perspective? But she wasn't trying to hear that. I mean,
Did
she
it did her, when you was watching a live, did it like low key like trigger you a little bit? Is that what like
what happened at the end?
it
Um, something, what I felt like when I look back at it, what I probably didn't like. I
mm,
felt like she tried to bully me. Like
mm,
feeling like you okay, now I'm coming to you. You ain't gotta act like that towards me. You don't have to bully me. I'm like, and that's why I said I'm not like I'm nothing. Like you don't have to do that. Like I don't like nobody trying to bully anybody now because that makes me want to be like, oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's bring it back in because you don't want to hear on live in the middle of the night, talking to yourself basically and drinking and screaming and knocks his with the nose and the baby in the bed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think what triggered me with her was like, you don't have to try to bully me. I'm not trying to hurt you. But she think everybody's trying to hurt her. And that's why I try to say in the beginning, listen,
Yeah.
I don't hate you. I don't
Yeah.
have a problem with you. I just want to talk to you so you can get through this. And
Yeah.
I truly do feel bad for her. I mean, I know. I know you're my high school best friend. Like, no, GIGi. We're gonna leave her where she is. But no, but wait. Just the broken heart of it.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand a broken heart, but I don't feel bad for your broken heart with a married man.
No, no. Well, listen, she okay, can we say she might didn't know that this was wrong? Maybe she's seen it growing up and she think that everybody has a side pick, John. Like
Oh.
we don't we don't know. So I'm just gonna say we told her now, and we will see as she moved forward if she was really hurt us.
GIGi said we told her now. You should know now. Okay, this is the part where she should know. So going forward. But I heard that her other baby was with a married man. So now that you say that, it might just be a pattern thing with her. Like she really think that this is supposed to be it. Like maybe she really believed that, the father lives separate from the mother, and then they have two parent homes, and
Girl,
things.
'cause my parents been married for 40 plus years, right? I'm married for 12 years.
Mm,
I know, and I know through watching my mom the devotion of a wife.
yeah,
I know from watching my mom the devotion to her kids. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Everybody might not have that story.
Hmm.
And people can be born into chaos and then
Hmm.
just think that chaos is natural. So
Yeah,
you create the chaos because it makes you feel normal. Because you ever notice sometimes when people are calm, they do stuff that cause reactions and chaos,
yeah,
and you know what I mean? And it's because they don't feel good in a calm place because nobody was bothering that lady. She
right.
popped on live. Nobody was talking about her. We wasn't nobody. Girl, she came in the house. I'd have been like, nobody was talking about you because there wasn't nobody saying nothing about you. You popped on live, and that shows you that she don't like the calm right now. The life is in turmoil.
Yeah.
I mean, and it just makes her feel better.
It definitely is. GIGi, you got girl, the brain is working. The brain is working, girl. You need to do your own reaction video to the
Oh
live.
Lord.
No, I'm telling you, make that your first video. Okay, because just listening to you talk here for this little bit of time that we've been talking, you've opened my eyes to like the thought process of what she could have been thinking outside of the normal. Because we gotta remember,
Good.
everybody
Look, and that's all I want people to understand. Her thought process may be different. And that, you know what I mean? The thought process, because it all starts with the mind. Her thought process may be different. Sometimes people do stuff and it don't even be what you think it is. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to give her an excuse though. I'm going to not pacify the children.
we're not. We definitely are not.
If you send me the footage, I don't have the footage. I don't know where everybody get this footage from. I'm
Girl,
like,
because while you was up on the live, we was screen recording.
okay, you send me the raw footage and I'm gonna do a reactionary
Got
video.
you.
I
Got
did I
you.
did start my YouTube. I had put a little video over there. It's the same as my IG, that GIGiness. And I'm gonna do more like a Dear Abby. You do you know who Dear Abby is?
Um,
The advice column from like back
that
and
sounds familiar.
from the see nobody listen, if you were born in the 90s or if you're born in the 80s.
Well, I'm 89.
All right, so you were almost there. If you were born in the 80s, the deep 80s, you'll know, Dear Abby. So I was just gonna say, if people want to write in, if anybody's going through something, it's a judgment free. I promise. No, we're going to correct though. We're
Right,
not going to judge. Right?
right.
Correction is not judgment. I was it's at that GIGiness. It's on IG and YouTube.
I'm gonna link it in here when we get off of here. I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
thank you.
Oh my God, girl, yes, please do a reaction video and definitely get these advice going, because I really can see that you have the brain and like the personality and the sweetness and the calmness to be able to say what you need to say without really offending
Of
people.
no offend, yes, and
So
that's what I hope.
you
Well,
should be a therapist.
girl, everyone says that. I'm currently in school to get my master's in nursing education. I am not going back to school. This is it. I got 5 classes left.
Be a
Child took a
life
little
coach.
hiatus.
You could be a life
Maybe
coach.
life coach. Maybe we should do a life coach.
Yeah, you should go when you should say you're a life coach on your channel. Everybody is everybody. Everybody is something. So you could be the life coach, girl. Who said you
Life
can't?
coach class with GIGi.
There, there you go. Okay, a life coach crash with GIGi. Okay, you give it to me and I'll break it down for you in a crash session just for you. Girl, I got you.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
No problem. I'm so happy that you actually responded to my message and decided to come up here and join me and talk to my subs and stuff like that. So I really, really
Yes.
appreciate you, because I was like, I don't do really interviews, but we do have a key and a ha every now and then. So I'm so happy that
Yes.
I'm able to like have this moment. So once again, your IG and your YouTube,
That GIGiness.
that
So
GIGi.
they're the same on each. And if you want to send me an email, that giginess@gmail.com.
Y'all go ahead and send her y'all questions and all that good stuff so we can go over there and
Yes.
watch it. Because you gotta help the content. Okay. We can't
Yeah.
be creating content without the content to create. Okay. So go
Yes,
ahead.
y'all gotta be my content. We gonna get through it. Life is hard, but we gonna get through it, child. We gonna correct. We not gonna judge.
Do you have a special area that you want to target, or is it just in general?
Relationships. I like relationships, and I like self-help. I love helping people get to a goal. If you have a goal and you need help with how we can get your goal done, I love when a goal comes together. Like I love a good goal. Like if you want to graduate school or college, or you want to start a business, you just don't know where to start. I love all stuff like I've helped. Now in my real life, I've definitely helped people accomplish goals.
That's what I'm talking about, the sisterhood of it all. Okay. We have to come
Yes.
together, like literally come together and start to make the corrections ourselves. Because I know when I was telling, I'm gonna let you go because I know you gotta go. But I was telling my subscribers that a lot of women see each other as competition and
Yeah.
targets. And we really need to join forces, because even if you say the women, she has to be responsible, she definitely does. But you also have to remember, if a man has somewhere to put his peen, he's gonna go. So until we stop
That's what
opening
it
up
do.
our legs
It girl.
and
We gotta
saying,
be united, and that's what. And the last thing, that's what I heard on today on it was an Instagram reel, and the guy was like, "You gotta wait so many days so he can earn it." It's like my body is not currency. My vagina is not a currency. It's not a currency. You don't earn it. You know what I mean? You were in a relationship together. And it's for mutual respect of it. See,
right,
people are mistaken. My body is not exchanged. You know what I mean? Like
girl,
my body is more than like it's not my vagina doesn't have a value to it. Like you know what I mean? I
mhm.
am the value. The vagina comes with me.
That's why she got triggered when you said she wasn't popping like that. It
because
wasn't popping like that.
because as soon as he got done with you, what would he do with it?
Okay.
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 Just started it. That's how you know. That's what I'm saying. You're greater than that. You're
Right.
greater than that. But if you only reduce yourself to a piece of your body, then you'll never be more than that. But you're greater than that. You know what I mean? She just child.
I hope she find this video and I hope she listens and really, really hear, not just listen. I mean, like hear it and take it in and just put the pride, the ego aside. Say what you got to
Yeah.
say. So the world can stop dragging you and your life would be so much better. That's all I'm thinking.
Girl. Okay. You find that man that wanna love you. Anybody dealing with a married man, leave that man alone. Or a married woman, leave that woman alone. Find somebody who look at you when you get to the top of the aisle, they give you a little tear. You know what I mean? Who want to devote themselves to you, who want to protect you and love you. They're out there. Don't stop here.
Tell
Don't
them
stop here.
the
Well,
we they tricked us into believing that there's no good men. There are good
oh
men.
no, I definitely marry a good man.
You
I'm
too,
just
girl.
happy.
I mean, I met mine super young, so I've been through some stuff because we was both young,
Girl.
right? Because we could be young and dumb. Remember?
There is nothing wrong with it. Then we age, we mature, and we don't stop in our mistakes, right? And we get to the other side, and then we could pull people with us.
I love it. I love it. We gotta hook back up one day,
Yeah.
and I already got a topic that I want to discuss with you, so
Okay.
I'll send it to
Just
you.
let me know. You're really sweet. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. I'm gonna let you go because I know you got other stuff to go do because you
All
busy.
right.
You booked and busy.
It was really nice meeting you.
Meeting you too.
Bye.
Bye. You guys, I love GIGi. She's so sweet. She's so kind. She's so smart. She's so beautiful. She really, really, really was dropping some gems. I hope that y'all was taking it in, okay? Taking it all in. I love when I get to talk to other women who really, stand for something. We got to remember that we have to stand for something or we'll fall for anything, okay? We don't want that. We don't need that. So I'm just happy that we got to laugh and talk about it and get to, hear her thought process of everything like that. And I enjoyed this. I don't know if y'all if y'all want to, we got a couple more minutes. I can let y'all come up and y'all could say something. Y'all could talk about the live, or if y'all learned something about the situation, or if whatever. I'm gonna drop it in there. I'm gonna give y'all like 2 minutes, okay? If don't nobody come in 2 minutes, then we just gonna stop. And I'm gonna go get my life together because y'all, I literally had came home from work and got myself together so I could be up here on time. Okay, because y'all know I like to be punctual. I like to be punctual. Okay. And if you are a part of the playback crew, go ahead and drop some yellow hearts. Let me know that you stopped by. You guys definitely got to go over and check out GIGi's YouTube page, and you got to go check out her Instagram and all that good stuff. Show her some love. Okay. Show her some love, love. But yeah, so I really enjoyed that conversation, y'all. Y'all know I like to do a lot of things solo. Y'all know I'm a real solo type of girl because I like to talk. Like, I just can't stop talking sometimes. So I love when I can interact with someone and it just flows so natural. So that was nice for me. When you join the StreamYard connection or connection off devices first, then can turn off. Oh, you can turn off your camera. Oh, yeah. You could definitely turn off your camera on StreamYard. You don't have to be seen if you don't want to. But if not, then y'all, we gonna jump up off of here because I ain't got all night. But I definitely enjoyed this talk. But you know what I did? So do y'all really think that maybe Arionne was raised up in dysfunction where she probably thought that being someone's side chick was, the thing to do? Do y'all think that makes sense? Like when you heard GIGi how she explained it, did that make sense to y'all? Because a part of me feels like maybe that is the dots that's connecting in her brain, that having her father be with someone and having her mother in another household or whatever the case may be, or maybe her father was still messing with the mother and another lady. Like, child, y'all never know what these people go through and they be thinking is normal when they growing up. But just let me know what your thoughts on that is. Do y'all really believe that maybe she did have an upbringing where she thought that it was okay to have side chicks and a wife? Because remember, y'all, back in the day, especially like depending on like when you were born, a lot of our grandparents and stuff like that, they were in those type of relationships where the mother, where the mother would definitely have the father would have another family across town somewhere, and the mothers would be just fine as long as one was being disrespectful. You just stayed where you were staying. So I know that used to be a thing. I don't know how much of a thing it was like when we were younger, because we're around the same age. Because I'm about to be 33 and Arionne's like 30, right? 31. So yeah. So I don't know if that was definitely her lifestyle or her upbringing, but I do know that was a thing back in the day where it was like your father could do whatever he want as long as he was taking care of the bills or taking care of the house. Too much outside stimulate, that would show her infidelity is wrong. I totally agree. Definitely like I said to you guys, I really feel like it's hard to get manipulated by a married man. Something about that sentence does not make sense to me, because I honestly believe that I can understand being, manipulated by a boyfriend, being manipulated by even a fiance to a certain extent, or a baby father or whatever. But I really, really don't think. You said Marcel just went live. What he talking about? Let me know if I need to pull up my we can share the screen, baby. We got time. Y'all want me to share the screen? What he talking about? Because if it's not nothing good, I'm about to don't let me pull it up. um the woman on the side used to have more respect for the wives than to make herself known, more respect than to make herself known. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's the thing. But like, I mean, she hid herself for a little while, right? And then I guess the feelings started to take over. All the bad talking that he was doing about his wife made her feel like, she was the ish, and she was able to, like, step up and say what she had to say and do what she had to do and all that good stuff. Because, sometimes that battery pack in your back will have you amped up, to get you amped up a little bit. I'm her age and she kept using her being young. Girl, we the same age. Try another excuse. I agree because, like I just said, I'm about to be 33. Girl, we not dumb. Like, I married my husband about 4 years ago, met him at 23. I knew then I wasn't supposed to be messing with no married man. So you can say what you want to say. But then again, we just, trying to use both sides, trying to, benefit of the doubt. No excuses, but maybe just slight benefit of a doubt. Okay. Y'all give me 1 second because my daughter is calling me and I need to find out why. But the link is in the chat. All right, y'all, I'm back. My daughter is in the way, y'all. She just want to show me she got a Slurpee. Like, I'm gonna be jealous of her and her Slurpee, child. But yeah, so that was that. I really enjoyed having this conversation. And since y'all ain't got nothing to say, I'm gonna click up off of here and I'm gonna go talk to y'all later. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know what? I might come back because there's one more thing that I want to do before the 21st. And my daughter and my husband out. So we might be back in like a few minutes. Okay. So just look out, hit the notification bell, like the video, share the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. I love and appreciate you all for hanging out with me. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Okay. Peace.